Why is it that some believers, even the ones who pray, fast, and serve, secretly envy sinners? Because deep down, in the quiet corners of your heart, where no one but God sees, you've noticed how the wicked seem to prosper without boundaries, how their lives glitter with ease while yours is marked by trial, waiting, and discipline, and it gnaws at your spirit. Psalm 73 isn't just poetic, it's prophetic. Asaph confessed it plainly. My feet had almost slipped, for I envied the arrogant when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. You see their freedom, their success, their relationships that come effortlessly, their influence that multiplies without prayer, and you wonder if your obedience is actually holding you back. It's a hidden war between the flesh and the spirit, because while you wear a smile in church, inside you feel cheated by the very cross you carry. You've been told that righteousness exalts, yet the ones mocking God are elevated and applauded, and that contradiction births quiet bitterness. You're not alone. Many believers wrestle with this forbidden comparison. But few will admit it because we fear it disqualifies us spiritually, when in reality it reveals a deeper need for purification of desire. James 4:1. 3 slices through the facade. What causes fights and quarrels among you? Don't they come from your desires that battle within you? The truth is, some Christians envy sinners not because they want to rebel, but because they've been deceived into thinking that God's way should bring instant rewards, when in fact, it's the narrow road of long obedience, in the same direction. Satan's oldest lie still whispers in the garden. Did God really say? He plants suspicion that obedience leads to lack, that holiness is a trap, that you're missing out while the ungodly feast. But beware. Envy is not a passive sin. It is corrosive, cancerous, and contagious. It robs your joy in secret and eventually hardens your worship into performance. It shifts your focus from God's face to people's timelines, from divine timing to carnal comparison. It is possible to appear spiritually strong while inwardly resenting God's pace for your life. And here's the shocking truth: sometimes God withholds certain blessings, not because you're unworthy, but because you're watching the wrong race. When you measure your worth by what the world applauds, you'll always feel behind, and that inner deficit fuels your quiet longing for what was never yours to pursue. Luke 15 reveals it clearly. In the elder brother, he did everything right, but secretly envied the prodigal's freedom, his party, his favor, and when the father celebrated the one who had sinned, the older son's hidden resentment exploded. That's the warning. If your heart is not aligned with God's mercy, you'll start despising how He shows it to others. You'll serve faithfully but carry the weight of jealousy, and that spirit of Cain who offered to God yet still envied Abel will fester until you're angry at God for being good to someone you think doesn't deserve it. Galatians 6:9 says, "Do not grow weary in doing good." But the weariness comes fastest when you believe your sowing isn't reaping fast enough compared to someone else's harvest. The truth is, some blessings are actually delays disguised as protection, because what looks like success in the sinner's life could be setting them up for a fall you don't see. Don't envy what you haven't seen the cost of. Don't covet what's cursed. What fellowship does light have with darkness? 2 Corinthians 6:14. The world parades sin as success, but beneath their highlight reels are hollow lives, tormented nights, and destinies hijacked by self-worship. You think they're free, but they're bound in ways you've been delivered from. Psalm 37 tells you not to fret because of evildoers. They will soon be cut down like grass. So instead of silently comparing, examine your cravings. What hidden parts of your heart still long for Egypt while walking toward the promised land? Remember, Lot's wife, she looked back, not with her eyes, but with her heart. Envy is the evidence that your affection still leans toward the world. And God is not fooled by religious activity. He weighs the heart. Proverbs 21:2. So here's the challenge. When you see the wicked rise, don't let it shake your faith, let it stir your focus. If you truly believe Romans 8:28, that all things are working together for good, then your lack is not punishment, it's preparation. Your obscurity is not neglect, it's refinement. Heaven watches how you handle the slow seasons, the hidden years, the silent obedience, and that's where crowns are forged. So kill the envy before it kills your peace. Starve the comparison before it starves your calling. Stop resenting sinners for the shine they only look bright because they reflect a fire that will one day consume them. Fix your eyes on Jesus, the author and finisher, not the influencers, not the prodigals, not the proud. Your reward is coming and it will not be delayed. Hebrews 10:37. Stay clean, stay faithful, and don't sell your birthright for their bowl of fame.